What is up, you guys? Welcome to today's video. I know I'm a little behind on this video. I was hoping to get some more questions if I just kind of let the video hang out for a while. But unfortunately I only got 3. But whatever. I told you guys that I would do a Q&A video. You guys had the questions. I got the answers. And a couple of questions were actually really good. We're going to start out with the first one, which is from Logan. And that's, why are you a crackhead? Hey, Logan. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, Alaskan Dual Sport says, hey buddy, man, that bike behind you is sweet. I would like to know about that and how it's geared, any mods, etc. So not this bike, you guys obviously know the supermoto. The bike behind it is my 1999 YZ250. I got it a few days either before or after Christmas, I can't remember. I actually have a video kind of revealing the bike to you guys right after I bought it, so I'll leave a link in the description. But as far as mods done since I've got it, because the bike came with, it's got applied racing billet offset, triple clamps, carbon fiber case saver, Renthal rear sprocket. It has a FMF Gold Series fatty expansion chamber, turbine core 2 pipe, brand new Moose Racing handguards. And then I put the Rockstar graphic kit on it. As far as that goes, I'm not happy with the graphics at all. They're actually really shitty, and it kind of bums me out because they're already, like, the rear fender is already like bubbled and kind of peeling, and it's horrible. But some other things I did was took the tweaked rear fender off, put a white one on it. It has a 2006 front number plate and front fender, and I mean, as far as that goes, it's pretty much it. Just your run-of-the-mill old 2-stroke, but I love it. It's a lot of fun out in the woods and stuff. I have some more plans in the works for it. Now this was probably my favorite question. It says, what's your mechanical background? How do you come to learn the things you know about cars, bikes, RC cars, etc.? Now that was honestly my favorite question because, as you guys can tell by, the trucks and all the cars, the bikes, wrenching is pretty much my life. It's really the only thing I'm good at, and pretty much the only thing that can piss me off and make me happy all at the same time, besides my wife. But at the end of the day, my mechanical background, I was a mechanic for a while. So, I have that obviously, but how I got started was, my mom and dad were always into cars. My dad had an old GTO, my mom had an old Camaro. My parents have always had, super rad stuff, as I was a kid and, growing up. My dad always had dirt bikes and quads and, shit like that. So it was always, just kind of, a little bit here and there, just kind of like trial by fire pretty much. Like, oh, well, this broke, so I'm going to try and fix it. Okay, well, shit, that didn't work. Try something else, and then that works, and then, okay, blah, blah, blah. And it's going to sound super stupid, but I have to give, like, a big portion of credit as my reason for why I'm super into cars is definitely when the first Fast and Furious movie came out. Now I know it's freaking Rice City and huge wings and all that shit, but you're not a real car guy unless you can say that movie had an impact on you. And you can't deny it because it hands down did. As far as RC cars go, a friend of mine at school when I was a kid, I'd always had like the little like off-brand ones and stuff growing up. And then in like middle school, a kid I went to school with got into like the more serious ones. And, you know, so I kind of started messing with them and, you know, bought a used one, played with it, destroyed it. And, you know, that also is like how I learned to fix RC cars was, again, just trial by fire pretty much. And that, and, you know, kind of going up to a local hobby shop and it's kind of being like, I fucked this up, what do I do? And luckily a friend of mine worked at the hobby shop with his dad, so he kind of helped me out here and there with things he could. And then I started racing RC cars. I raced nitro on-road touring, electric on-road touring, and nitro stadium truck. Which, you know, that was fun, but the nitro stuff's a huge pain in the ass. I don't like it. It's just real finicky. And I have, you know, electric powered shit that's way faster than any gas thing I've ever owned. And so once I did that, I got into racing the short course trucks, which is just, you know, pretty much a remote controlled trophy truck. And I did that for quite a few years. That was something I had a lot of fun with. Had, you know, won a lot of races, lost a lot of races. I really didn't care. It was just, you know, good, stupid, innocent fun. Especially, you know, you and your buddies get bored and you take them to skate parks, stuff like that. Just fucking destroy them. You know, some of them will just take an absolute beating like you wouldn't believe. And then after that, a buddy of mine who I raced with, he's actually come to become one of my best friends. I've known him literally half my life. And he was a big help too when it comes to, you know, kind of learning how to do RC car stuff. Was, you know, he was older than me, so he had the experience, he had the knowledge to kind of like drop down to me and be like, hey dude, this is how you do this, don't do this that way. Okay, you did that good, you know, blah, blah, blah. So I'm very thankful that I had somebody like that. And he was, you know, not only was he like very helpful to me with like RC cars, but he was the same way with real cars. Like right now I have the camera sitting on top of the roof of the Civic, and he has helped me so much with this car. Like when I first got my license and stuff. Now granted, you know, was fresh out of, you know, all fresh in high school, and I knew like the super general basics of cars, but I didn't know a fraction of the shit I know now. I mean, you can throw like a small black Chevy in front of me and I'll have it apart and back together in no time, running in a vehicle. You know, if you would have done that to me right, you know, when I got my license, stuff like that, although I had the general idea of it, I didn't really have it down to where I was like, okay, I know this. I know that I know how to do this. I know that I can do it, you know, all that stuff. So he was a huge help, you know, helping me, you know, learn how to work on cars and, you know, the right ways to do things and the wrong ways to do things. You know, that guy's the same guy that taught me how to set up, you know, a nitrous system, you know, how to refill a nitrous bottle, you know, how to plumb oil feed lines for a turbo, all that stuff. Like more or less like the custom, you know, performance side of it rather than just like ball joints and that shit. Which that I learned in high school auto shop, which we had a super cool teacher. You know, he was a super great guy. You know, would just make sure that you knew exactly what you were doing and really like instilled confidence in you to where when you left class you're like, fuck yeah, I know how to do that. So that was super cool. And kind of back to the bikes, I actually grew up racing. So a dirt bike was pretty much the first thing I knew how to work on. And a lot of like the general like idea of replacing parts, you know, way things should be done. A lot of it does transfer over to cars, so that was a big help too. So yeah, pretty much my mechanical background is pretty much just, I'm the person who can't have like a car and like do some stuff to it and then just drive it every day. No, I have to have every single fucking thing I possibly can because my brain never shuts down and I always have to have something to fuck with. And that's another reason how, you know, I kind of learned to do, you know, stuff here and there was just, you know, when I was a kid, I used to go in my dad's barn and, you know, ask him, hey, you know, which weed whacker doesn't run or which leaf blower doesn't run, and that one. And I'd just tear it apart and he would tell me, you have to put it back together. If you tear it apart, you have to put it back together. Well, I learned how to put it back together. So there's a lot of people that helped me as far as my mechanical background goes. And a lot of it, I will say, was just general curiosity, just nothing but a huge passion for cars and, you know, motorcycles and stuff, to where, you know, I just get online, you know, when I'm bored and research, like, you know, how do you shim valves in a dirt bike? How do you rebuild a two-stroke? You know, how do you do this? How do you do that? You know, how do you install a exhaust system? You know, just stuff like that. And that stuff definitely helps. So there's a lot of things that really help me with my mechanical background. A lot of shit that kind of sucks, but, you know, when the car's broken down in the middle of the night and you have no way to get home, you should probably figure out how to fix it. So, you know, like I said, man, just kind of trial by fire and a lot of really cool people around me. You know, like I said, my mom and dad were always into like hot rods and, you know, motorcycles and sand rails and lifted trucks and all that stuff. My mom and dad always had super rad shit growing up when I was a kid. You know, before my mom has her Eclipse that she has now, she had a Silverado that was bottle fed. So that's pretty cool. You know, I'm very fortunate to grow up as a kid with the parents that I did, who were, you know, real heavy into, you know, cars and motorcycles and trucks and stuff like that, and could really instill that knowledge into me. And, you know, it's given me, you know, a very fun life, I will say for sure, because, you know, before I started a YouTube channel, there was times I'd just come out here in the garage and just sit and cut sheet metal up and make shit and, you know, just find something to mess with. And it was the same way with RC cars. You know, I really like the suspension off this one, but, you know, this one sucks. So I just switch parts around and, you know, see what works, see what didn't. And then now it's to a point where, I mean, I've completely custom built RC cars from scratch. You know, just literally starting out with, you know, axles, suspension, and a couple control arms, and then just kind of piece everything together, make my own frame, you know, all my own mounts, you know, all that stuff. So I don't know, man. I think a lot of my reason why I know as much as I do is just because I can't help but just not mess with stuff. I can't just leave anything alone. I have to literally sit and tear something apart because I want to know how it works. I want to know how it functions. I want to know what the weak points are in it, and I want to make it better. But yeah, if there's any other questions you guys have for me about bikes, cars, trucks, any of that stuff, leave them down in the comment section below. I'd love to answer them. You know, as always, I hope you guys have a killer day. I really hope you guys hit that subscribe button, hang out with me, and enjoy this channel with me. So, hope you guys take care, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Later. Oh, and by the way, I finished the wing for the Civic. A lot of people said to carbon fiber wrap it instead of paint it, so that's exactly what I did. And I'm completely stoked with how it turned out. I think it looks amazing. I couldn't be happier with it.